What would you say your role is as a consultant in AV?
I would say we have to discover our role for each client individually, and that's probably the key to whether we're successful or not. From the first contact, when we're working with them, either getting to know them or bidding for them, is understanding what they want us to do. And I think as a small independent consultancy, we trade on our reputation and our good work, but also we are involved in terms of detail, in terms of design, but also in high-level advice. So clients sometimes just want high-level advice. They need delivery of a process, and they need their hand-holding through that process. Other times they need more detailed solutions to be designed for them, and they need to be protected, as you said, potentially from manufacturers who are trying to sell them something which is their best offering, but maybe not the best offering available in the marketplace for the solution the client wants.
What sort of skills do they like to see? Do they like to have a consultancy with a good business understanding of how their organisation is working, balanced with a technical understanding, or does it tend to be mainly technical knowledge and a knowledge of business because that consultant works mostly in that sector anyway?
I think what is needed is good communication firstly, so being able to communicate to the client in words they understand in terms of their aspiration. The advice always comes down to money, so at some point you have to discuss budgets, so you have to have an understanding of how much things cost. Secondly, it comes down to risk, which is the risk of either something becoming much more expensive or of it not working. So I think for me it's about giving advice to the client to be able to say, this is the potential thing you can do, this is potentially how much it's going to cost you. If you make that decision, we can take that further in terms of detail, procurement, etc., etc. But really at the front end it's about getting confidence by communicating clearly with them about what they can do, what they want to do, and how much it might potentially cost them.
How much of that advice can be strategic? Do consultants go into client potential accounts thinking strategically about how their AV is very much within their business, or is it specific types of project? Is it project driven or is it business driven?
I think we do quite a lot of work in sort of entertainment and sports, and quite often it's project driven from the sense that if you work in, say, like we did a lot on the Olympics in 2012, there's a very specific deadline, and so the project is what drives the thinking. And to the extent of now, we're now working on legacy projects that we worked on for the Olympics, which are a completely new design, which is crazy. You would never, from a corporate point of view, say, right, we're just going to plan for these 2 years, then after that we'll just scrap all that and start again. So there are different requirements in different parts of the industry, especially so. Also, live entertainment is the same as well. Anything that we do that has a kind of live entertainment angle about it, there's very often a very clear, the project is a tour or it's an event. So therefore it's very much project driven and a solution for that project, whereas in the corporate world and in education we work as well, you're looking more at strategy over a number of years to implement something over the course of time. So I think strategic advice is equally as interesting. We're working on a project at the moment which is in education about a lecture console, and it's about the user interface for lecturers who are delivering content but using new media more than old media, and it's about moving them through the case of taking away have they got paper on the desk, or are they actually using content they've uploaded, etc. But it's about designing a console, but then that is about a rollout which is going to take a number of years and pick up new technology and implement it in the university campus. So in that example, strategy is very important because you're looking at something over a number of years as opposed to just one event or one room or one project. So it's dependent upon the client, I think.